Hello, this is Alec Kerr, the film critic for the Conway Daily Sun, and I just want to offer my thoughts and remembrance for John Hughes, who passed away today at the age of 59 from a heart attack, just taking a walk. It just seems kind of a sad way to go. But, I mean, let's face it, John Hughes, basically for any kid born from the 80s on, had a huge influence on them. With his teen films, which are really just seminal, and any adolescent probably wouldn't be able to survive their teen years if it wasn't for John Hughes's films like 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller, Pretty in Pink, Some Kind of Wonderful. I mean, these are classic films that kind of just define what it is to be a teenager. And when John Hughes started making these films, and he's been quoted, or he was quoted rather, as saying that at the time he started making teen movies were just about guys trying to have sex, or they were horror movies. You know, movies like Porky's, or even better examples of that kind of sex teen movie like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So that's what a teen movie was, and so when John Hughes came, he made it about characters. He made it about what it's like to grow up. He captured what teens talk about, and it wasn't just an exploitation film. And that's what really kind of made them rise above the relatively lowbrow genre at the time. And really, there are a few exceptions, but for the most part, teen movies never really matched what John Hughes created in those few years that he made those movies. And you know, then he went on to kind of switch over into making kids movies with Home Alone, which, you know, was his most financially successful film. And then after Home Alone, he kind of stopped directing. His last directing credit was 1991's Curly Sue, but he basically became a screenwriter, and his output became less and less. But he kind of just rehashed the Home Alone movies with the scripts for like the 101 Dalmatians remake with Glenn Close, and that's not going to be his legacy. I mean, his legacy are those teen movies and movies like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and Uncle Buck, and those are just, you know, great comedies, and we got, you know, classic characters, you know, that are going to be, you know, cherished for years. You know, whether it's the broad stereotype of the Donner from 16 Candles, or Bender, or from Breakfast Club, or you know, Ferris Bueller, probably the definitive, you know, teen everybody wants to be growing up. The, you know, the guy guys want to be, and the guy that girls want to be with. I mean, you can't really beat Ferris Bueller, or Ducky from Pretty in Pink. I mean, these movies, you know, were so important to me as a teenager, and you know, I passed them on to my sister, who was 7 years younger than me, and she loves them, and I'm sure when we get older, and you know, if we have kids, or when we have kids, we'll pass them on to the next generation. And you know, few people get to leave behind a legacy when they die, and I definitely think John Hughes left a very important legacy behind. So, you know, here's to John Hughes. And yeah, so those are my thoughts. This is Alec, and keep watching.